Good morning. It's January 15th, and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. The European Space Agency's Gaia spacecraft has officially concluded its mission after over a decade of sky scanning, ceasing its science operations on January 15, 2025. Launched on December 19, 2013, Gaia has been a pivotal tool in mapping nearly 2 billion stars and celestial bodies, utilizing about a dozen grams of cold gas daily to maintain its precision. The mission's primary goal was to create the largest and most accurate 3D map of the local universe, significantly advancing our understanding of the Milky Way's structure and dynamics. Gaia has far exceeded expectations in both longevity and scientific impact, generating over 5 peer-reviewed publications daily and contributing to more than 13,000 published scientific papers. ESA's science director Carol Mundell highlighted that Gaia's contributions have transformed our understanding of the Milky Way, lasting nearly twice its projected lifetime. The mission has provided valuable insights into the Milky Way's central bar rotation, spiral arm structures, and interstellar dust, although some aspects remain speculative due to incomplete data. In a process termed galactic archaeology, Gaia has uncovered historical links within the Milky Way's past, including evidence of ancient star streams and interactions with the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. Preparations for Gaia Data Release 4, expected in 2026, are already underway, which will include an extensive dataset covering the mission's first 5.5 years. Despite nearing the end of its fuel supply, Gaia will continue with technology tests and has 2 significant data releases planned for 2026 and 2030. Before transitioning to a retirement orbit, Gaia will undergo technical tests, with plans to shut down by the end of March 2025. The mission's key statistics include 15,300 spacecraft maneuvers, 938 million camera pixels, and 500 terabytes of data from the 4th release. ESA plans to announce details regarding Gaia's mission conclusion and how it will be commemorated in the near future. A new global study has made significant strides in understanding depression by identifying nearly 300 new gene variations linked to the disorder. Published in the journal Cell, this research reveals a total of 700 genetic variations associated with depression, with almost half of them being previously unrecognized. The study was led by researchers from the University of Edinburgh and King's College London, with collaboration from institutions such as the University of Queensland and the Brain and Mind Centre in Sydney. Importantly, 1 in 4 participants in the study came from non-European ancestries, addressing a critical gap in earlier research that predominantly focused on white populations. This diverse participant group enhances the applicability of the findings across various demographics, which may help reduce the stigma surrounding mental health issues. The research supports previous findings that genetics play a crucial role in mental health, akin to physical health conditions like heart disease. The identified gene variants are associated with neuroinflammation and synaptic function, which are key to understanding the biological underpinnings of depression. Researchers propose that existing medications, such as pregabalin and modafinil, could be repurposed for depression treatment based on these findings, although further clinical trials are needed. While genetics account for approximately 40 to 50% of the risk for depression, environmental and situational factors also significantly contribute to the complexity of the disorder. These findings underscore the importance of understanding the genetic basis of depression and its implications for treatment and stigma reduction. The research was funded by notable organizations, including the NIH and Wellcome, marking a significant contribution to the field of genetic research on mental health. According to the World Health Organization, depression currently affects about 280 million people worldwide, emphasizing the urgency for ongoing research and improved treatment options. Researchers at McGill University are teaming up with the Earth Species Project, or ESP, to delve into the vocalizations of zebra finches, with the goal of improving interspecies communication. Zebra finches possess an extensive array of calls, providing a rich dataset for artificial intelligence analysis. However, the challenge remains in translating these vocalizations into human language. ESP has developed Nature LM Audio, an audio language model designed for animals that can identify species and their traits, and has successfully counted zebra finches in untrained populations. Logan James, a postdoctoral fellow, underscores the significance of understanding various characteristics of animal calls, such as pitch and duration. Despite the advancements, he expresses skepticism about the feasibility of fully translating these calls into human language. Experts like Gail Patricelli from UC Davis note that machine learning has propelled rapid advancements in bioacoustics, enhancing the analysis of animal sounds. In parallel, researchers are applying machine learning techniques to categorize beluga whale calls in the St. Lawrence River, aiming to inform shipping traffic regulations and protect these endangered animals. Current research is also focused on the endangered Hawaiian crow, recently reintroduced to Maui after being extinct in the wild for over 2 decades, raising concerns about its lost vocalizations. These initiatives are designed to enhance conservation strategies and improve the relationship between humanity and nature, especially in the context of climate change. The Earth Species Project has garnered significant funding from prominent philanthropists, including Reid Hoffman and the Paul G. Allen Family Charity, reflecting a growing perspective of humans as stewards of the planet. By 2030, ESP anticipates substantial insights into animal communication, supported by $17 million in new grants to expand their research capabilities. Jane Lawton, Director of Impact, has highlighted the potential for developing rudimentary dictionaries for various animal species, which could be pivotal in conservation efforts. Experts emphasize the importance of diverse funding sources and government support to ensure the success of these initiatives. A new proposal from the Global Commission on Clinical Obesity is making waves in the medical community as it seeks to redefine obesity and calls for a more nuanced understanding of this complex condition. Published in The Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology, the report emphasizes that while body mass index, or BMI, remains relevant, it should be regarded as a preliminary tool rather than the sole measure for diagnosing obesity. Experts within the Commission argue that the current reliance on BM1 is inadequate for accurately diagnosing obesity as a disease. This updated definition has already garnered support from 76 health organizations worldwide, which could help reduce the stigma associated with obesity. By classifying obesity as a disease, the proposal aims to enhance access to healthcare, reduce stigma, and improve funding for research and treatment. The Royal College of Physicians has backed the report's findings, advocating for a more compassionate treatment of obesity as a chronic illness. Adrian Brown from University College London notes that these changes are designed to provide tailored health care and improve patient outcomes. The report encourages healthcare providers to consider a patient's overall health rather than solely their weight, promoting a more holistic approach. Additionally, the Commission recommends using measurements such as waist circumference to evaluate obesity more effectively, as fat distribution is a critical health risk factor. With over 1 billion people affected by obesity worldwide, the report highlights the urgent need for accurate diagnoses, especially given the rising demand for prescription weight loss drugs. Professor Louise Bauer emphasizes that this new diagnostic approach can lead to more appropriate care for both adults and children, ultimately reducing overdiagnosis and unnecessary treatments. The proposal also introduces a category of preclinical obesity to better define the condition and focus on health impacts rather than just weight. A recent study from the National University of Singapore has unveiled a significant link between cerebrovascular disease markers and cognitive decline, particularly in Alzheimer's disease. Led by Associate Professor Juan Helen Zhou, the research highlights how brain functional connectomy phenotypes are associated with these disease markers, contributing to neurodegeneration. Cerebrovascular disease, or CEVD, encompasses conditions that impact the brain's blood vessels, including stroke and small vessel disease. These conditions can severely impair the delivery of oxygen and nutrients essential for optimal brain function. The study revealed that both CEVD and p-tau181, a known biomarker for Alzheimer's, independently contribute to cognitive decline and brain atrophy without any direct interaction between them. researchers identified a strong correlation between specific brain communication patterns and elevated levels of CEVD markers observed in brain scans. This underscores the considerable impact that CEVD has on brain connectivity. The team is now investigating whether these identified brain network features can serve as reliable biomarkers for tracking cognitive decline, potentially allowing for earlier detection compared to traditional imaging methods. Associate Professor Zhou emphasized the necessity of integrating neuroimaging and blood biomarkers to effectively monitor cognitive decline, especially for individuals at risk. Future research will explore how the severity and location of CEVD markers affect brain communication patterns and their relationship with various Alzheimer's disease markers. This comprehensive study was published in the journal Alzheimer's and Dementia and involved 529 older adults, ranging from those with healthy cognition to those diagnosed with Alzheimer's. This has been your Daily Brief in Science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.